Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm KK. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you how I set up my weekly planner. If you have watched my previous videos, you know that this year I have two journals. One is my bullet journal, which is a standard A5 dotted notebook, and I basically use it for my habit tracking and reflections. And I also have a smaller weekly planner, which I use for my daily to-dos, events, and appointments. While I regularly share my bullet journal setup with you guys every month, I realize I haven't delved into the details of how I set up my weekly planners, except for one video at the beginning of the year where I briefly discussed why I chose this particular planner and my typical setup process. I used to set up these weekly layouts 1 week at a time as I went along. I was still testing it out and trying to figure out what I needed to write down or track, but now I believe I've settled on what I need in this planner, and I'm quite happy with my weekly setups. So I thought, why not set up a whole month and share it with you guys? So here's a quick flip through of the past weeks. I've been using this planner for a few months now, and I've tweaked the layout a bit along the way to better suit my needs. Basically, I have a daily layout on the left and I customized the space on the right to fit my needs. I don't use the monthly calendar much. Sometimes I use it for content planning, but otherwise I don't use it at all. Since there's a yearly log at the beginning of the book, if there's something happening in the same month, I'll put it directly on a specific date. If it's further in the future, I'll put it back in the yearly log. So, although I know it's essential for many people, I don't see my need for a monthly log. So, let's get started. This month, I'm gonna use this set of purple washi tapes. So the basic tone will be purple, and I might use pink and blue as well. Since my planner is undated, I begin by writing down the year and the dates first. For now, my weekly planner setup basically is putting down my daily tasks and appointments or important dates on the left, and on the right, I have sections for tasks and chores. Tasks are more work-related, while chores are obviously life to-dos. Since tasks are more important, I'll place them at the top and put chores towards the bottom. I have recently started using this stamp. It's one of 5 habit tracking stamp pack. I'm going to use it to track a few things here. First up is meditation. It's a habit I'm trying to develop. And then there's the perpetual battle to keep my desk tidy. They say a cluttered desk sparks creativity, but honestly, I'm skeptical. I prefer a clear space for a clear mind. I think a clean and tidy space will definitely help me stay organized as well. The third one here is tracking my work hours. It's just simple numbers in the blanks to keep a record. At the bottom, I have a section for tracking my sleep and productivity. I believe they are closely connected, so I've put them together, also to save space. I write the dates at the bottom and numbers 3 to 10 to the left for my productivity rating, and time numbers on the right to track my sleep. I use a marker to draw the sleep time and use a black pen to draw a line and arrow on top of the marker for productivity. And then there's a section called Currently, where I list what books I'm reading, what movies or TV shows I'm watching, and what music I'm listening to. It's like a snapshot of my interests for the week. After adding stickers and decorations is pretty much done. I'll then check my yearly log in the beginning, and if there are things to be done, I'll transfer them to the respective dates as well. So if there are things I want to do this week but don't know which day yet, I'll put them on the right first, then allocate them to the specific days. Especially for chores, I do them whenever I have time. I don't necessarily need to assign them to each day unless I've been procrastinating and really want to get them done by a certain day. And that's it for week 1. For week 2, I've decided to add some lavender and bluish tape to give it a blue tone. I'm using the craft knife to cut the tape because I prefer a neat finish over a more free-form scrapbooking style, especially in this small book. So each week follows a similar format, but with smaller variations depending on the stickers or decorations I use. The planner I'm using is the Paperideas Weeks. If you're interested in the supplies I'm using, you can find them all on my online stationery store, hedgehogjournals.com. We also had some dated versions of this book earlier, but they are now sold out. I use the Sarasa gel pens for my writings here. Apart from the tasks on my yearly log, I also write down small tasks that come up during the week. These adorable girl stickers are also from my store. The name is All Seasons. They come in 4 color themes representing the 4 seasons. I think the one I'm using now is the blue pack. They are just so cute, loving it. Moving on to week 3, I'll switch to a pink theme. This pack of washi tape can actually do so many things. Although it's mainly purple, you can spot different shades of blue and pink in it as well. It's so handy when you want to create a theme within the same color scheme. To match each week's color, I use the same colored ink on my stamp. Since I don't have an ink pad for each color, I simply use felt pens to color the stamp, which works just perfectly. And once I finish, I just clean it with wet tissues so it's ready for the next color. All my other habit trackers are actually in the beginning of my bullet journal, and I didn't leave any empty page. So unfortunately, I don't have space to track these in my bullet journal along with my other habits, but it's not a big issue. Meditation, sleep, and productivity are more work-related, and a weekly view gives me a more immediate overview for improvements and adjustments. So this way it makes more sense actually. Since it's further into the month and I don't have any plans for the week yet, so I'll just leave those sections blank for now. And later on, at the end of each week, I'll fill the empty space with washi tapes, stickers, and doodles. I like to see pages fully utilized, and that's very satisfying to me. So stay tuned to see how it turns out at the end of each week. I'll share them on Shorts, so remember to subscribe so you don't miss it. As you can see on the left, each line has a tiny dot, so you can easily divide it into 3 sections if you want. I've seen people use these sections for mornings, afternoons, and evenings, or one for work, one for life, and maybe one for meal tracking. But for me, 2 sections work pretty well. Sometimes I need more space to write, and I don't always need to assign tasks to specific times. I just write down what I need to do for the day, and I have a general idea of how long it might take. I try to be realistic and not give myself too many tasks each day so I don't stress out or feel bad if I can't finish everything. Knowing my limit is important to me, and checking off tasks feels satisfying and fulfilling to me, so I'm learning to take it easy. So here we are, my weekly planner for April is all set up. I'll share how it looks at the end of each week in my shorts, so be sure to subscribe. Now let's have a quick flip through together. And if you have any questions or feedbacks, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye!